Modular RC here. Quick rundown of my Losi MTXL. Just got about a month ago. Just been doing some upgrades and busy with everything. Hadn't really had a lot of time to get her set up and go through and check everything, Loctite this, make sure everything it's ready to run. But we know these rigs aren't really ready to run. You got to do a few things to get them set up and to your specifications. But quick rundown of what I've done to my MTXL, just to kind of start. It's for the most part it's a stock 29cc. Got a few upgrades to the motor as far as intake, exhaust, clutch things, just things to get the stock motor to perform a little better. But just to start off with the intake, it's a DT1 triple dome filter with Outerwears. Does have a velocity stack with the ridge that and uses the O-ring to seal off there. So it's the ones that DDM no longer makes. Those are the good ones. I am using a fully modded Gizmo 771 version 2 race carb there. So I've had a lot of luck with those carbs. I put those carbs on pretty much anything 34cc and smaller, and it just really performs well. And stock 990s do a great job. They perform well, but with the metering spring change and the port and polishing of the Venturi and the throttle bearings, throttle shaft bearings, it just really, this car performs well. So, and then I have, I don't know if you can see there, it's a GTB isolator block there, aluminum isolator block with Teflon gaskets. And so it's breathing well, it's getting a lot of fuel and it's breathing well, and the metering and the pop off is adjusted there. As you can see, I've got the fuel lines with the fittings set up there, and that wasn't too difficult to get set up. Also got a quick disconnect throttle link set up using 256, oh no, I'm using 440 rod, threaded rod there with the blue connection, so it's a little stronger ball there on the throttle linkage arm. But yeah, that's all customized specifically for this piston port setup there. As you can see, got everything adjusted just right. I am using that TPS servo horn. That servo horn actually relocates everything, and I like this setup so much better, less chance of binding and running away from you and all of that. So yep, makes for a quick disconnect and removing the engine. Have this engine out of this rig in about 1 minute basically. Moving on, as you can see, the clutch, it's a Bartolone clutch bell carrier with the Turtle Racing grabber bell and an FS centered steel clutch shoes. And that's also paired with a 19 tooth pinion and a stock 67 spur. And look, it's a monster truck, I get it. Why are you gearing it so tall? Because mostly I like a top end speed. It's my driving style, but I think the way I got this motor turned up and set up, I think it'll push those gears, give me some top speed, but not sacrifice too much bottom end. Definitely you got to do a few things though to get a stock motor to perform, and I think I've done those. As you can see, the Olimat pipe there, tons of mid-range and top end and low end torque as well. So it's just an all-around great pipe. I have a few of those Olimats on my big boys from RC Max, and I just love the way they sound and perform. Let's see, DDM gas cap there, full DGI turnbuckle setup front to rear. That's camber, toe in, front, rear, as well as the Dbxl steering link there. Full Hot Racing steering servo saver setup with the Hot Racing front brace. Teal Losi Racing front and rear chassis braces. Let's see what else we got going here. Jofer Racing skid plates front to rear. Hot Racing diff cup. I do have a million, and so it's pretty much acting like a locker, but a lot more forgiving. I know a lot of guys go 500. My Losi with an RC Max 65. I have a million and I like the way that performs. So I have a million in the center there, and also have hot racing cups in the front and rear housings. Didn't change the housing over yet, just takes a few weeks to get the FID housing, so I just put the cups in, put 500K in the rear, 300 in the front. That's going to bias the power to the rear, and that's more suitable for my driving style, so I really enjoy the car having a little bit more, a little tail happy. I prefer it to be a little bit more tail happy. It's just kind of more my driving style. Let's see, yeah, GDS center drive shaft mount there, that's all, it's in aluminum there. So again, I've never liked bearings in plastic, so anytime I can swap those over to aluminum, I'll try to do that. Pull start outerwear is there. Let's see, Turtle Racing billet engine mount. I don't know, let's see if I'm getting anything here. Yeah, I got everything that can be booted and greased. So the rear drive shaft is booted and greased. If you can see right there, going into the rear pinion, also going into the center diff shaft mount. And actually, when I geared this up to 19 tooth, it created space there because the motor meshes over further, so it allows you to boot and grease the center drive shaft mount there on the out drive coming out of there. So it's booted and greased everywhere that can be booted and greased. Killer RC Super V kill switch set up. Well, yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. That's my Losi MTXL. Gonna get her run in and broken in, and so we can see how well that motor performs. I've been told the stock 29, it's a 4-bolt, so that, you know, it's obviously going to be a little bit more reliable than a 2-bolt. It's a stock motor, but I do have it wicked up as far as it'll go, so we'll see how it performs with that 19 tooth pinion. But yeah, more videos to come. Let you guys hear how this Olimat pipe sounds and see how this thing performs once it's broken in. See you guys.